Psychiatry is the branch of medical science which deals with study, diagnosis, treatment, prevention of mental illness, and behavioral disorders. The application of psychiatry in the administration of justice is known as forensic psychiatry. क्या ज़रूरत है हमें forensic psychiatry पढ़ने की? Due to lack of proper mental illness screening and checkups for criminals, many mental ill persons are punished the same way any other criminals would be and are deprived from much needed healthcare and facilities. That's why we study forensic psychiatry. We will discuss one by one the key terms used in psychiatry. Abreaction is reviving and bringing into consciousness traumatic experiences of the past which the patient has repressed subconsciously. Actus reus refers to the criminal act. That's why this is also called guilty action. Affect is a term related to mood, feeling, or emotion. It is described as mood or inner feeling at a particular moment. If mood is emotional climate, then affect is emotional weather. It's obvious that a disorder in which affect is disturbed is called an affective disorder, as for example bipolar disorders, depression, etc. Amnesia literally means loss of memory. It may be seen in head injury. It is of two types, retrograde amnesia and anti-retrograde amnesia. Retrograde amnesia extends backwards in time from the point of head injury, whereas anti-retrograde amnesia extends forwards in time from the point of head injury. Compos mentis means a person having a sound mind. That is, for recording certain statements, example dying declaration, making a valid will, it must be certified that the declarant was compos mentis. Confabulation refers to false answers given by amnesia patients without a deliberate attempt to mislead. This is typically seen in Korsakoff's psychosis. Delirium is a common and severe neuropsychiatric syndrome with four core features, that is acute onset, fluctuating course, attentional deficits, and a reduced clarity of awareness of the environment. In the clinical practice, we see that delirium is the commonest disorder. About 5 to 15% of organic mental disorders seen in clinical practice are delirium, and these are more common in post-operative patients. Delirium is caused by many medical conditions, especially when there is a continuous temperature like meningitis and other CNS infections. Delirium is also caused by many toxic substances like datura. Now, coming to the medico-legal aspects of delirium. As the persons in delirium may become impulsive, violent, and therefore may commit suicide or homicide. It's quite obvious that a person in delirium is not responsible for his acts. And apparently, the wills made in delirium are not valid. Now, coming to the delusion. Delusion is a false belief in something which is not a fact, and the belief persists even after its falsity has been clearly demonstrated. There are many types of delusions which we come across in the clinical practices. The first one is delusional misidentification syndrome. These are again four. First one is Capgras syndrome, in which the person holds a delusion that a friend, spouse, parent, or other close family member has been replaced by an identical looking imposter. That means he starts seeing a familiar person like an stranger. In contrast, in the syndrome of intermetamorphosis, the familiar persons are believed to have exchanged identities. That means here no stranger is involved. Only he misidentifies someone as someone else. Whereas in syndrome of subjective doubles, the patient's own self is perceived as being replaced by a double. In Frigoli syndrome, there is a delusional belief that one or more familiar persons, usually persecutors, following the patient, repeatedly change their appearance. The next delusion is erotomania, in which one believes that another person, usually someone of higher status, is in love with him or her. The affected individual attempts to contact the other person through phone calls, letters, gifts, and sometimes stockings. The person suffering from delusion of grandeur thinks that he is very rich, while in reality he may be a pauper. Hypochondriacs are person who believes that he is ill, although he is perfectly healthy. Person suffering from delusion of infidelity thinks that his wife is unfaithful to him, while she is chaste. That means pavitra. This is also known as sexual jealousy, Othello syndrome, or Othello psychosis, based on the Shakespearean character Othello. The syndrome may appear by itself or in the course of paranoid schizophrenia, alcoholism, or cocaine addiction.
Today I am going to describe the Kandinsky-Klembert syndrome. Now, the Kandinsky-Klembert syndrome, a syndrome of the psychic automatism, is a psychopathological syndrome considered to be a typical feature of paranoid schizophrenia and is characterized by pseudo hallucination, dissolution of control, telepathy, thought broadcasting, and thought insertion by an external force. The syndrome also characterized by delusion of being controlled by a source outside himself. The syndrome of Kandinsky-Klembert is named after Victor Kandinsky and Guyton Gideon D. Klembert. Victor Kandinsky is a Russian psychiatrist, was the first to describe the syndrome of a psychic automatism by his own subjective personal experience during his psychic episode. The syndrome of psychic automatism is described in Kandinsky monograph in Russian on pseudo hallucination, published posthumously in 1890 by his wife Elizabeth Firmot. The syndrome is also identified by Guyton Gideon D. Klembert, a French psychiatrist who credited with introducing the term psychic automatism. The Kandinsky-Klembert syndrome is not well known and it is used mainly by Russian, French, and German psychiatrists.
I have to discuss nihilistic delusion, also called delusion of nihilistic. It is a type of delusion in which the sufferer does not believe in his own existence or in the existence of earth and earth affairs. A normal man may have some false idea, but that can be removed from his mind by way of reasoning and demonstration. But the patient of nihilistic delusion has a negative attitude toward the world and life. He thinks there is no world and he is dead. He has always negative thinking and he is rather extremely pessimist. Nihilistic delusion is a sign of insanity. It can affect the conduct and actions of the sufferer so as to drive him to suicide or other crime. But according to medical legal point of view, he is not held criminally responsible for his
हम लोग सेल्फ रिप्रोच को डिफाइन करेंगे। सेल्फ रिप्रोच डेलूजन का एक टाइप है जो कि एक साइकोटिक डिसऑर्डर है। सेल्फ रिप्रोच मीन्स द एक्ट ऑफ ब्लेमिंग योर सेल्फ, मतलब सेल्फ ब्लेम, खुद को दोषी मानना। इसमें पेशेंट बिगिन टू ब्लेम हिमसेल्फ आइदर बिकॉज ही थिंक ही डिड समथिंग रॉन्ग इन द पास्ट और बिकॉज ही बिलीव्स ही इज अ बैड पर्सन। इसमें वह एक इमेजिनरी फीलिंग्स बना लेता है कि उसने पास्ट में कोई ऐसा बुरा काम किया है या फिर उसके साथ कुछ ऐसा इंसिडेंट्स हुआ है जिसके लिए वह खुद को दोषी मानता है और वह उसी फीलिंग्स में रहता है। वो मे बी ट्रूथ और मे बी इमेजिनरी। तो यदि हम इसको डिफाइन करना चाहें तो हम यह कह सकते हैं ये कांस्टेंट फीलिंग ऑफ डीप रिग्रेट for having any sin or past failures or misdeeds, either imaginary or trivial in nature. तो एज ए रिजल्ट पेशेंट्स को क्या होगा? पेशेंट फीलिंग ऑफ गिल्ट, एंजाइटी, डिप्रेशन एंड लोनलीनेस। तो इस तरह के सिम्टम्स जो है पेशेंट्स को फीलिंग होगी। तो इस तरह से हम लोग सेल्फ रिप्रोच को डेल्यूजन की एक टाइप के रूप में डिफाइन कर सकते हैं।
Persecutory delusion. It is also called paranoia or false belief. Persecutory delusion occur when someone believes others are out to harm them despite evidence to the contrary. It is type of paranoid thinking that can be part of several different mental illness. These delusions are most commonly associated with schizophrenia, but they also may appear in manic episode of bipolar disorder or other several depression mental illness. Example as this: my neighbor break into my house and steal my cloth. Police are following me because they want to torture me. An evil spirit trying to kill me.
The patient imagines that attempts are being made by him near relatives to poison him or kill him. He may believe that people, things, or events referred to him in a special way is known as delusion of reference.